Hi class, it's Mrs. Latinsky and today we're going to do another art project. I hope you can join me. We're going to be doing a project today to focus on the upcoming holiday Halloween. Today's project is going to look at the element of art value, and we're going to look at the topic of contrast as well. Today's project was inspired by artist Ryan Connors. Here you can see a picture my daughter did. This is Lizzie's picture. She did one of pumpkins with cats peeking out behind. That's what we're working on today, pumpkins and cats. Here's one my daughter Grace did with pumpkins and cats. And here's a version I did. You can see the whole thing. Pumpkins and cats, and I did a little jack-o'-lantern on there too. This painting was by an artist named Abraham Mignon. He's considered one of the Dutch painters in the Dutch Golden Age of painting. Painters during this time did a lot of paintings called still life. And a still life is when you paint things with everyday objects that are still. They don't move. It's like a little scene from your house even. Do you notice how the background is very dark, but the foreground, which is what you see in the front of the picture, is lighter? There are certain things that have a very high degree of contrast. Now, contrast is when you take things that are opposite and you arrange them together. And here we have a contrast of light and dark going on. We have the dark background contrasted with certain light aspects in the front of the painting. You can see there are some shells. I think these are oysters in the front. And there's also a vase here. So when you use contrasting things that are light and dark, you can draw attention to them. And there's something I want to show you about this painting that's very interesting, hidden in this painting. There are some little secrets. Do you see what's right here? This is a spider, and here's a spider web right here. And there's also, I think this is a moth. He hid little insects all throughout this painting. There's some little creepy crawly thing right here. And we have another creepy crawly thing right here. This is it looks like a snail of some sort. So if you look closely at paintings like this, you might find surprises hiding in here. For today's project, you will need a regular pencil, your colored pencils, and you get to use that black piece of paper in your art packet. How to draw a pumpkin, it's pretty easy. You draw your pumpkins in segments, and the first thing you want to do is draw a pumpkin with this sort of shape here. And then you connect the top of that and the bottom of that with a little bit of a wider shape. At this point, what you have is something that looks a lot like an eyeball, right? So your pumpkin begins to look like an eyeball. You start at the very top again, go out past that. You start at the top in that middle part again. You go out past, creates this like half circles. Now pay attention to which pumpkin is going to be in the back and which pumpkin might be even more in the foreground. I'm going to start this one lower on the paper to show that maybe this pumpkin is going to be more towards the front. Now you can draw some other pumpkins. I made a skinnier one here on the front right. Same method as before. I did a littler one down here on the front left. It's up to you how many pumpkins you want. Now behind my pumpkins, I'm going to place some cats. The thing about these cats is they're very simple cats to do, but they don't have bodies. That's why we're going to stick them hiding behind a pumpkin. But you can stick them off any old angle. And these cats are silly cats because they're really just a rectangle and then two triangles on top connected by a little line for their eyes. That's all. That's all there is to that cat. So rectangle kind of body right here, hiding behind the pumpkin with little head peeking out on top with two little triangles. I think you can do that. Now, what makes it look even more like a cat, though, is taking the tail and giving it a little curl and putting it off the side somewhere. You could stick it over there, whatever, but that really shows you that it's a cat. Do I want to do more pumpkins, more cats? I could do a pumpkin right here in the front and not have a single cat with it. It just feels like I need some more things in here. It's really up to you how many pumpkins, how many cats you want to do. I think I'll make this one more a little fatter. It's a wide, fat pumpkin. Just keep connecting them right to that top and bottom so that the pumpkin all holds together in one place. So there's another pumpkin. Do I want to do one more? Gosh, I'm doing a lot of pumpkins on this one, but I just really feel like it. One more pumpkin. You can do as many pumpkins in your pumpkin patch that you want. It's your pumpkin patch, you decide. Little pumpkins, big pumpkins. There we go. There's a pumpkin. This one gonna have a cat. This one gonna have a little kitten on it because it's a smaller one. I really think I need another cat on this one, so I'm gonna stick it right here. I like cats. Even if you're a dog person, you can appreciate how cute these cats are on these pumpkins. There we go. Little cats, pumpkins. Okay, I have the basic setup for this. Now, I did it in pencil so that if I make any mistakes, it's okay. I can go and erase them before I do other things. I have my cats and my pumpkins. Now it's time to color them in. But what I like to do first is I like to outline my pumpkins in orange. Now you can take the side of your pencil and lightly go over the rest of the pumpkin. Now I'm just going to color in all the other sections of the side of my pencil so that everything's filled in, and then I'm going to outline it with black to make all those little segments stick out even more. Outline those black cats with white to create that contrast and value between background and foreground. Use a yellow pencil to create a moon in a crescent shape, shaded in. And the reason I'm making the moon this shape is because it's going to look a lot like the cat's eyes look with a pupil. I think it's fun to have the mirror representation of the moon in the cat's eyes. And I'll see that in a minute. So there's our moon. Now we have the cat's eyes, which are going to be a lot like that moon. See this? And whichever way you have it pointing is which the way the cat is looking. It looks like this cat is looking this way. And this one, I'm going to have the moon shape with the black circle that way. It looks like that cat's looking that way. And this cat is going to have the moon shape like that, and it's looking up. And this cat is going to have the moon shape down, and this cat is looking down. I'm having my cats look all over the place. Now, this moon is casting light down on the cats and the pumpkins. If you want to be fancy, the top of the pumpkin is going to have a little yellow glow to it because the moonlight is hitting it. And you can kind of take a little yellow glow on the top of the pumpkin because that's where the moon's hitting it. Just the top. Light shining on the pumpkin makes it a little lighter. The value changes as there's light on it. Value becomes lighter where there's moonlight, and it actually kind of shines this way. So it'll be on top and more on this side, and this one is true too. It'll be more on this side too because the moon's coming and hitting this side more. Same with this pumpkin, more up here. Same here, a lot on this side. It feels like the moon would be really shining here, and not so much on the far side of that pumpkin. There we go. And just kind of blend it into the side of your. Add some final details, like use green to make a stem, little curly cues. Add some green grass on the bottom so your pumpkins aren't floating, and some white whiskers for the cats too. Create a spooky sky by shading lightly with a white pencil. I had a great time doing art with you today. Thanks for drawing with me. Please share the drawings that you made. Here's something else I made. I added quite a few more cats to this one.